Welcome to the Field of 68 After Dark's YouTube channel. We are going to be live every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time right here on YouTube and on Stadium for the entirety of the spring. Let's talk about Duke. So they lost 7 players in the portal. There were basically just 2 guys coming back. It was Tyrese Proctor and Caleb Foster were the 2 guys from last season that were coming back to school with all of those freshmen coming in. And we were concerned about that. That was one of the things that we led our show with last year. Is like last week, how worried should we be about Duke, about John Scheyer, about everything happening in and around Durham now that Cooper Flagg is coming in and you have 7 guys that are leaving the program in the transfer portal. Since then, they went out and they got Mason Gillis, who frankly I think is an absolutely perfect piece to put alongside Cooper Flagg and to put into that program. And they got Malik Brown from Syracuse, who is another guy that I think fits really well alongside Cooper Flagg. So I am back on the Duke bandwagon. I think that there are going to be a couple more pieces that end up committing there, but I really like what they've added, the veteran presence that they went out and they got in the portal.
Got to surround Cooper Flagg with the right guys, and that means shooters, right? And Mason Gillis, while he didn't shoot it well in the national title game, is a proven shooter. Shot the hell out of the ball all of last season and is a veteran who can kind of protect Cooper Flagg on the court. Malik Brown, not a great shooter, so we'll kind of see how that goes. But, the key is still going to be Tyrese Proctor and Caleb Foster, right? Those dudes are going to play a lot of minutes this year. If Proctor can do what we thought he was going to do a year ago, then I think Duke's in business here. They've also got, a rim protector coming in. This kid, I don't even know how you pronounce it. Kaman
Malawak.
Yeah, I don't know him, but I know he's 7'1", and I've seen video of him, and man, I don't know if he's Derek Lively, but he looks a little bit like Derek Lively. I don't think he's going to be able to do that next year. Obviously, Patrick Ngamba is going to help him up front. We saw him last summer. He's talented, and he came on. I think they're probably one guy away still. I think they're one guy away, one other transfer away from being a team that I would say, like, okay, you know what? They can maybe make a Final Four run. Now, what we forget about this team is, like, remember a year ago now, Rob, we were like, what the hell is happening with North Carolina? Remember? They came off the horrible year, and, Bacon and RJ came back, but Caleb was gone, and, Larry Nance, Jr., that Pete Nance didn't work out. And look at what they did last year. So I think a lot of it is just getting the right transfers that, again, fit into – you're building around Cooper Flagg here. That's who you're building around. Your centerpiece. And again, he's not a centerpiece who's going to average 20 a game, but he is the guy you're building around this year because so much is going to be run through him. So you got to have the right guys around him, shooters, older dudes that physically are going to be able to stand up and protect him because he is young, although he doesn't look like a young, reclass freshman. So I think that's what John Scheyer is trying to do here. But again, for those people looking at, wow, they got crushed in the portal. All right, like Mark Mitchell doesn't work with Cooper Flagg. Neither does Sean Stewart. Like those dudes don't work with Cooper Flagg. So to be honest, that was addition by subtraction based on the personnel that you have right now.
Yeah, I don't know if I would call it addition by subtraction, but I would say that that's one of those ones where we talked a little bit last week about how not every player that enters the portal is a player that is deciding on his own, saying, I want to leave. There are a lot of situations, and I'm not saying specifically Sean Stewart, but I'm just saying that that there's not every single player that left Duke is going to be one that is leaving Duke because of he wanted a different place to be at. And I do think it's interesting, Goodman, that they went out and they got 2 really versatile veteran pieces that can be a little bit switchable. Like Mason Gillis can guard up and can guard down, right? I think Malik Brown is athletic enough to be switchable. Cooper Flagg might be as switchable as anybody coming into college next year. And I do think that if you are going to build a roster around allowing Cooper Flagg to do the winning things that he can do on the defensive end and let him kind of be the cog offensively that you run things around. I don't think he's someone that you run offense through. But I think that if you allow him to kind of be the 1A and be the do winning things, I think it's really going to help your program quite a bit. And just for the record,
you're not going to run your offense through Cooper Flagg?
I don't think that you give him the ball for like 25 possessions. No, I don't think that that's necessarily what you do. I think he's more of like a winning. He makes the winning plays kind of a guy. I think I don't know. We can talk about that later because I just want to say for the record, you doubted the additions that Hubert Davis made in the portal last year. I was the one touting them. I hyped them up.
Yeah.
I never get wins. I almost never get anything right. I finally got something right, and I'm taking my victory laps. Thanks for watching the Field of 68 After Dark. Make sure to hit that like button.